I'd like to start off by asking you about the pack. And if you know many people who have done the pack.
No, in my yes,
world,
in my contacts, I don't know anyone because I am too young to know them. But I think in France, it is a taboo to speak about packs because it's very new in France. And but now it's less taboo. But at the beginning, because it was just for gay people.
Oh, at first it was just for gay people.
But theoretically, it is also for a woman and a man, yes, who don't want to get married.
So why would they do it? Why would they not want to get married? Or why would they want to do the pack instead of marriage?
I don't know, it depends on psychological conditions, on the family. I think that the packs is more informal than marriage. Because marriage is, in France, it is an institution. So if you are married, it's very bad for the French mentality to divorce. So because thanks to the packs, it's easier to break the contract, because it is a contract, the packs. Marriage is more than a contract. It is, like I said before, an institution.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So you have to think a long time before getting married.
But a pack.
Yes, it's easy.
And you were saying before, sometimes people just do it to get an apartment?
It's for people who want to have many advantages to find an apartment, because when you do a pack, you have a paid holiday.
Oh.
Yeah, in your job. Yeah, you can now. So you have nearly the same advantages between marriage and packs now.
You get paid holiday if you have a pack or if you're married, but you don't if you're not married?
Yes, you can. You also have paid holidays if you're not married. But it's easier. It's easier for the employer
to justify it.
To justify, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, it's to force people to get married. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday I thought you said too that people are hesitant to give a man and a woman an apartment who are living together without a pack because they don't seem as serious and they might break up and not keep paying the rent.
Yeah, of course. Pack is more serious.
It's more serious than just dating.
Because it's official.
Right.
Yeah, it's official.
Would you do it?
I don't know. Because it depends on my future job. Because if I work in many places in the world, I don't know. For a packs, you have to stay in one place. I think so. It's because it's better. It's better. I think so. Yes.
Huh.
I prefer now. I prefer to have my own job in my own place, and after I am going to think about packs or marriage. I don't know. But,
do you think your parents would be disappointed if you did a pax and not a marriage? Would they prefer you do a marriage?
I think so. They prefer a marriage because pax is not love. In fact,
it's not love. You think?
It's maybe love, but in the French mentality, love is for marriage, and pax is there is love, but
you're kind of checking it out. You're trying a little.
I know.
I think it's love.
I know, yeah, but yes, it's very typical of a France. The marriage is more important than the pax.
Great. My next question is about people getting married later in life. Do you notice people getting married? At what age do you think most people get married, approximately?
It has changed. I think it's later in France, approximately at 28, between 25 and 30 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
And why do you think people are getting married? And before it was earlier, you think? Like your parents got married early when they were younger?
Yes. they were younger than 30.
Yeah, and so why do you think it's changing?
Because life is longer. I hope.
Right, one hopes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we work for a long time now, and we stopped studying at the age of 28. So we prefer stopping study, yes, and after thinking about marriage. But we don't want to do a mixed between them. But yeah, because working in France is an important value, but family too, and we prefer think first in a job and after family. So we wait for a long time now to get married. Yeah.
Okay. Have you noticed more people deciding not to have children in France, or do people have smaller families in France now than before? And
I think that yeah, family is as important as in the past.
What do you think affects someone's decision on how many children to have, or if they want children?
Because yeah, it depends on the time of labor, and I think that yeah, less families have children now.
Less children or no children?
Less children.
Oh,
Because,
okay.
in France,
Fewer children. Okay.
have the highest natality rate in France. French people like children.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. But unfortunately, they prefer working. Yes. Yes. So they have less children. Yes.
Because they have less time to spend with
Yeah,
them?
of course. Yeah.
So,
Of course. Yes.
I see. Okay.
And less money to take care.
And less money to take
Yeah,
care of
course.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you perceive any differences? Well, in the United States, people talk about family values and the importance of a family. How do you think French people view the importance of a family compared to the United States?
I think in both countries, family is important. I just know that in France, I have a funny anecdote experience. In France, we for dinner, for lunch, we eat together, children with parents.
Every day?
Every day.
You eat together
For-
twice a day, every
and
day?
For breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. They stay together. I think that it's a difference in the United States.
What do you think it's like in the United States as far as eating together?
Because yes, some of my friends told me before I went here that yeah, family is important, but you can eat where you want with your friends, with your girlfriend, and it's not as sacré.
As sacred, sure.
Sacred, yeah.
So, for example, if you said to your mom and dad, you know, I'm going to go out for dinner with a bunch of friends, and if you did that for 2 or 3 nights in a row, would your family say like, hey, it's time for you to kind of stay home?
Yeah.
Or would you just not ask to do 2 or 3 nights in a row, not at home?
But if it is once, it's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. But yes, it's a French tradition to eat together. But I think that now there is less tradition, so I think it won't be last. So,
You think it
but
might be
now,
changing
yeah,
too?
Yeah, in France we do that. Staying together to eat. Yeah.
Especially lunch. How do you get to school and back to do lunch? And how long of a break do you have for lunch when you were in high school?
But for lunch, it's an exception. So it's difficult, and but in holidays, in family situations, we like to stay together. It's very, very important. Yeah.
So on the weekends you eat lunch together, but not during the school week? Because at the school week you're eating lunch at school?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's also good to eat with a friend.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fun.
Yeah,
It's
of
fun.
course. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy your year. You're here for a year in the United States?
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Take care. All right. I'm recording.